I said, Elon Musk? And he says, yes, I am Elon Musk. And I want to buy. You just got lucky and you do not know what you're getting into. I said, I just want to go to the moon. And next thing you know, I'm a miner? How is this possible? He says, Chuck, my boy. I said, I'm nobody's boy. I'm a big man now. And he says, I tell you what, I'm the biggest guy out here besides Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. And I said, Warren Buffett? He's out here? And he goes, yeah, he's in the next mine over. He's like, how's that possible? I just seen him on CNN. It's very complicated. Very complicated. He says, but I thought you were going to the moon. He says, anyways, I'm going to help you. And then everybody was getting mad and people kept their distance because it's Elon Musk. And I said, I'm not interested in selling any of this. He says, well, you made a claim and here's what I'm going to offer you. And I said, Google Globe 1. What disturb signs do I have? And he said, do not disturb. I said, put do not disturb on my capsule. And I said, what's my current mining standings? And he said, you're about the third in this part of the universe that has the most coin in this economy outside of Earth, not the Earth economy, because the Earth economy I have nothing. But out here, I'm third. I'm third with just this trillium that I have no clue how it just happened. So Google One came, picked up the last of my trillium because it looked really small, but I couldn't believe it was worth that much, and it delivered it for me. So I went back to the International Space Station. Doc, and he says, well, how was your moon trip, Mr. Collin? And I said, I haven't even got there. And he says, well, you were scheduled to go there, and since you own one of the warehouses on the moon. I said, excuse me? He says, well, every time you find trillium, the government up here basically, you have like a ultra secure storage facility because it has to be stored, and this the closest place is stored towards Earth because you still own this value up here, but you don't own it on the Earth. And I said, well, I don't even want to go back to Earth. I look at the little hair on my arm and I realize it grew a couple more. And I realized, okay, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm a multi-trillionaire up here, and I got Elon Musk eating out of my hand. I got all these multi-billionaires, trillionaires now, that I didn't even know there was a space economy up here. So anyways, I make it just, okay, I'm heading to my holdings on the moon because that's where the globes were taking my trillium. So as I'm coming into the main station on the moon, and this is a big station, it's like miles across, and I said, how do they not see this on Earth? Well, anybody that sees it on Earth, they get paid, blah blah, you know. They're quiet because they got multi-millions of dollars. So again, on my Google Globe 1, they say that I have messages, and I have messages from thousands of people wanting in on my find, but I gave a couple trillion to the guy that was beside me that was unlucky enough to claim that piece, and so I gave him a couple trillion. Now, as and you still travel with your little cylinder, and remember, this cylinder is big as a queen size bed, and it's round on the front and round, and I'm in it right now, and it's round in the front, round in the back, and it's got mining tools that's flat in the bottom, and everything is silvery. On the top, it's all windowless and it's all made out of graphene. It's all super strong and it's clear, and you just kind of lay in it like you're sleeping on your bed, kind of like dreaming kind of thing. But now my Google Globe is powering this cylinder somehow, and it's taken me to my warehouse. Now, how do I get a warehouse so fast? It's like I said, because I found Trillium, and I don't even know what I'm getting into, but anyways. So as I see, and I'm looking, and I'm just astounded because I see UPS, I see all these big companies, FedEx, I see all these big warehouses up here, and they're all open from the top. And as I look up and I see another asteroid about 4 miles across just come by, and there's hundreds and hundreds of people on this outside of this asteroid. But this one I see little, like the one that flew by, it's all honeycombed. I see people with bigger machines, and they're mining the inside of these things, and it's mined straight through. You could actually see the stars on the other side. It's like looking at something on an edge. You're only allowed to drill across. I don't understand. It's just weird. So I land outside my bay that says Warpaint Gamer Chuck, and my Google Globe was with me. We go into the main bay, and it's all pressurized. And right in the middle of this bay, and this bay is as big as a football field, and right in the middle is this little shiny object it looks like there's a machine, and this machine just refined this Trillium with all the little rock bits and everything, took it off, and basically looks like a little cube. And there's a LED under it saying exactly what this was worth. It's 40 trillion. That's a lot of coin. Now, outside is different furniture stores already appeared, and it dumped a bunch of stuff in that saying this is free, please shop with us. So I'm on that fucking moon, and I'm already getting advertising from all these big corporations and one's IKEA. And I go, hey, I kind of like IKEA. So I order some stuff for my warehouse up here in the moon. And I'm on the moon, and I'm thinking, how is this possible? I'm on the moon. How is this possible? And then I say I'm going to go for a walk as my IKEA stuff just floats in and lands there. And then I look, and it's all in boxes. And I go, even here, I just spent billions of dollars on this for... Really? A table? $1 billion? Okay, anyways. So I just spent $1 billion this table, and I have to set it up myself. Like, what the hell, man? Then, all of a sudden, a couple IKEA guys show up in their own little cylinders, and he says, listen, for a couple billion that you spent, we get to set up this free. And I said, wow, this is like a dreamland. Because on Earth, that doesn't happen. Anyways. So I'm looking at these FedEx and UPS and all these big warehouses, and then I realized these big warehouses are like massive. And then they're all windows. There's all windows, and you can actually see in there. And then I see that some are frozen peas. And I go, holy shit, there's like a whole thing of frozen peas, and this one has like frozen carrots, and this one. And I said, why? There's not this much people up here? So the guy that was on the original asteroid, he come down, and he's thanking me, and he found me, and I said, how did you find me? And he goes, oh, everything's interconnected. Remember, I know exactly where you are, and you could know Google Globe 1. Who is this guy? Well, his name's Trevor. Just no significance on Earth or anything. He's just some guy named Trevor. And he's standing right beside me, it says. I said, okay, that's great. And I said, well, why is all this frozen stuff up here? He says, well, because it's like minus 100 up here, and this is super frozen. So all the big warehouse companies and all the big companies on Earth that made their trillions off mining out here, they're allowed to transfer product from Earth out here, but it cannot be bought and sold out here because it only could be sold on Earth, but they could store it up here in their facilities because they don't need no refrigeration because it's minus 100 out here. And it's a perfect refrigeration if you really think about it. And I go, you know what? I could store glaciers of water or something up here. How would I get it off Earth up here? Because then it'd be super pure water, and I just need to chip pieces of water, bottle it, and send it back to Earth when I need it. Because it'd be, I guess I wouldn't be able to get it off the Arctic somehow. But anyways, I'm looking in there and I'm looking in the UPS one, and I realized that they store all this frozen peas, like thousands of football fields of goods up here that are frozen. And then I realized, like, on Earth, you don't see too much warehouses that's cold storage. And now you know why.